Block content. What's happening, my blocked buddies? Welcome to a new episode of Block Content. Well, my name is Callum, and this is your content for today. So it looks like we've got a situation on our hands, because I think that we're nearing a Super Mario movie. Something in theaters, something big. And the reason that I think that is because of New Donk City in Super Mario Odyssey. So remember that you can be the comment question winner of today, and your comment will appear in our next video. So if you have an original, funny, or informative answer for this video's question, just subscribe to my channel, click that bell, and leave a comment on this video. You can also support Block Content on my Patreon at the end of this video, so just click that link, and you can decide what I'll be making a video about next. Alright guys, today's comment question is, what would you guys like to see in a Super Mario movie? So think about this, right? I mean, every crazy idea that you have, I want to hear them. I want to see them in the comments. I'll go over them because there's so much to do here. There's so much potential, but there's a lot of ways that it could go wrong, and we've seen that. So I thought it would be great to kind of dive into this. And also, because of Super Mario Odyssey, there are a few hints to where the Mario franchise is going, and that it might be heading into a cinema direction close to you. So I'm very curious what you guys think of this, so let me know. Anyways, let's dive into this. New Donk City is of course in the game. It's in the Metro Kingdom, and the Metro Kingdom is this sort of GTA-like awesome city, right? And we've seen a lot of footage from this kingdom, and it looks really fun, really awesome. As you can see in the screenshots, it's one of the most fleshed out kingdoms that we've seen in the game. Not a lot of, fluff, not a lot of areas where it's just, sand or something like that. It's really detailed. So it made me think that this is one of the first kingdoms that they realized in the game, maybe the very first one that they worked on. So a lot of people have been comparing New Donk City to something like Sonic 06 with real humans, or Sonic Adventure, where there was of course the Station Square, where there was exactly the same situation and cabs running around and all that kind of stuff. Real humans. So that's really weird. I always thought that this was kind of the hub world from the very first trailer that we've seen for Super Mario Odyssey. It really had the feeling like, oh, they introduced Princess Peach's castle, then they introduced Isle Delfino, and now they're introducing this awesome new hub world, this city. So I thought they were going into that direction, kind of like Sonic Adventure had its hub world in Station Square as well. Didn't end up to be anything like that. As far as we know now, it's just a simple kingdom in the middle of your adventure, right? But it kind of feels out of place seeing Mario among real humans, as a lot of people have said. I mean, we always thought that Mario was a real human, we always kind of thought that that was just the reality of the situation, that it was just a cartoon world, and that Peach was also sort of like a warped human-like character. But now it ends up that a lot of human characters actually do live in the Mario universe, which is strange and weird and a little bit out of place. But I mean, I like the visual style of this kingdom. I like that every single kingdom has its own visual kind of mark on it, and that's really cool. But it looks strange to see Mario next to real humans, being, at his size. But we just have to think, okay, the Mushroom Kingdom, Mario's world, is maybe like a cartoonish kind of kingdom where not our same rules apply, right? So this might be Nintendo's tactic to see Mario among real humans, and this is where the theory comes in. I think that putting in New Donk City, I think that putting in the Metro Kingdom has been really deliberate of Nintendo. And the reason why I think this is because of a lot of tactics on Nintendo's part. They've been doing stuff like the Universal Parks that's awesome. I mean, they're looking amazing. A lot of cool stuff. Go check out the trailer for the Universal Parks Nintendo World, the Super Nintendo World. It looks really, really awesome. I'm really curious what you guys think of something like that. I mean, would you visit that thing, and how many days would you camp out there? I mean, I know I would. But the trailer for that actually showed Mario running alongside Shigeru Miyamoto, which is of course the creator of Mario, the father of Nintendo, so to speak. So I always thought that that was kind of hinting towards, hey, we might be seeing Mario in some sort of live action scenario, which is not weird to think, because Nintendo has been doing really well by bringing their characters to more, games into movies, into maybe shows. They're doing really well. They've done this with short films for like Pikmin. They've done it for a short film for Star Fox, and I think they're heading into that direction a little more. And seeing Mario in that kind of a world would be really cool. There's been even been recent Mario ads where we've seen Mario in the human world as well, where a lot of, guys run after Mario in the streets, and Mario has his own Mario proportions, and the other characters are just humans. So I think that creating a Mario film might actually be in the cards. We've heard rumors about a supposed Sonic the Hedgehog movie being a hybrid of live action and CGI. This is actually on IMDb and in production, presumably. So that's very strange. And I think that they could make this happen, but I'm just wondering how it will look. And maybe the same approach would be for Mario. Now, I don't really know what the story could be. We can always guess, and I think that it might be a classic Mario story. Maybe it has to do with the classic kidnapping that happens in almost every Mario tale, right? I don't think that out of the gate they'd go with a story like Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga or something like Paper Mario. I think they'd go with something as simple as something like New Super Mario Brothers, where there is some sort of celebration, Peach gets kidnapped, and this is Mario's journey, but maybe it is some sort of prequel. Like, this is the first time he's traveling to the Mushroom Kingdom, the first time he meets Yoshi, and the first time he goes on an adventure. That could happen as well. Who will do his voice? I hope Charles Martinet. I hope they don't do like an actual, new talent, new voice actor for Mario and change up the way he speaks and stuff like that. That'd make a lot of fans quite angry. And I mean, you should definitely comment if you agree. But Mario in the big city could be a hint to that. Maybe we could see something like the Smurfs movie, the very first Smurfs movie, which also, by the way, had a cool soundtrack. Didn't like the movie all that much, but they did that whole, CG creatures in the big city thing pretty okay. So maybe it is some sort of hybrid between live action and between CG, which could work really well for Mario. I think that New Donk City really is sort of an idea, sort of like testing grounds for that idea. And maybe it could work, but maybe it is an all CG film. This could happen too. Just look at the opening to awesome games like, the GameCube titles, Mario Power Tennis or Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. These had these awesome CGI cutscenes, these intros and these outros, and even these credit sequences that were really fun and awesome with great music as well. And they showed the emotion, they showed the characters, the real side of these cool Nintendo characters in sort of a cinematic view. And that I thought was really cool. I think that Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle does this too, to a smaller degree. But those intro cutscenes, they gave an idea of, what if these Mario, adventures would be translated to something like Pixar quality, and that would be really exciting. And think of the intro to Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle with the little girl's voiceover. Something like that could work very well with Mario, and voice acting is not out of place at all. I think Charles Martinet is doing a really great job, but I also think that voice acting in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has been a very smart choice overall as well. So probably they're going to do something like a CGI film, just because I think that the very first time that they did live action, it was all live action, of course. Anyone here seen the Super Mario Brothers live action movie? Well, I grew up with that stuff, and let me tell you, that was really weird to see. I remember kind of enjoying the film because I was, rather small, and this was the first time I saw like my big heroes on the big screen, so it was really cool to see that. But it did not age well, and the older I got, the weirder I thought the concept was, and it was sort of this Blade Runner-y, realistic world, and it didn't mesh with the idea that I had of Mario and the art that I saw in the booklets for the games. So why would they do something live action now if they might still even have that bitter taste in their mouth? That is probably one of the worst films ever made. It has to be on some sort of list. So I thought, what about an all CG film, right? With sort of the graphics of Super Mario Odyssey, that looks amazing, but then of course translated to CG, up that polygon count. Also, think about this. What if Nintendo is doing movies? What if they're doing movies about the other franchises, and there is a lot of rich history there? They could be doing Zelda. Think of something big like a Game of Thrones or a Lord of the Rings, but for a younger audience, right? Think of Metroid. Think of like a deep space kind of thrillery movie. Think of Star Fox, something like Star Wars, but a lot more dogfights and these cool creatures. Think of Kirby, a film more towards kids. Think of Fire Emblem, something very much based on war and the ancient arts. That would be really cool. Think about Donkey Kong, something like a Tarzan-like story, right? So think about something like Netflix shows. Maybe A Legend of Zelda would work very well for that format. And maybe it could all culminate in this awesome Super Smash Bros. Tournament. Maybe that could be their Avengers type story, where they kind of combine all these individual stories and all these art styles and put them together into the Smash Brothers movie. So that's my big idea. I know that's getting a little bit overboard, but I would love to see something like that. So what do you guys think that a Nintendo Cinematic Universe would be? And do you guys agree that Nintendo's kind of pushing it to see Mario in the real world, and we might be seeing it in a movie pretty soon? So I'd love to hear what you guys think of this, because if you comment down below, you could be featured in our next video. So are you guys ready to see who's the comment question winner? Well, today's comment question is, what would you like to see in a Mario movie? And as for the previous comment question, our answer comes to us from user Jewel Options, saying, "Hi Block Content, Race Against 3 Yoshis is my minigame idea. You could capture the green Yoshi and gain his abilities. You'd race against blue, pink, and yellow Yoshis. When you eat a fruit, you gain more speed, and if you eat a pepper chili, you will get super boost. I think it would be in Cascade Kingdom or Luncheon Kingdom. Block Content, keep up the channel. You make me so happy every day you make a video." So thank you so much, Jewel Option. That's very nice of you to say. And also, I think it's a really great idea. I mean, a Yoshi race, who wouldn't want to see something like that? So thank you so much, everyone, for sending in your comments. These are always a ton of fun to do, and I love them. So definitely keep doing that, and I'll feature you in the next video. So here's something cool. You can actually decide what I make a video about next, because Block Content is on Patreon. So when the video ends, there's a link for that as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, if you're not a member of Block Content yet, just click the subscribe button, hit that bell. You'll be a part of our family, and all that news and fun that you care about, I'll bring that to you daily. I'll just, throw it at your doorstep. And, thank you guys so much for watching. It means a lot to me, and doing this every day with you guys makes me very happy. So I'll see you around the corner, and there will be always more Blocked content. See ya.